It's just you and me, baby. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as of lately, I've been traveling quite a bit, and tomorrow morning is not going to be any different. I'm heading out to Florida for the next couple of weeks and figured you guys should join me along the way. Now, typically, Chick-fil-A is my absolute go-to spot, especially when I'm on the road, because I love my chicken Sammys and my chicken nugs. They're so good. But we're going to fancy things up a little bit and dive into protein cookies for 24 hours. It's going to be 13 hours of driving, so this should make things a little interesting. Now, with that being said, somewhere along the way, I'm gonna show you guys a protein cookie recipe, but first things first, we gotta build ourselves a little bit of a protein cookie inventory, so let's go shopping. And we got the goods. Let's go ahead and check out another grocery store. Probably go check out a Whole Foods or maybe even a Sprouts. See if we can find some organic stuff. We'll see. So looks like they've pretty much got everything already over at Kroger. So we've got a decent selection here, but I'm gonna hop onto Amazon, see if we can add a little more variety to our stack. Yo, Darth Bezos coming in clutch with the protein cookies. All right, I don't know what's going on here, but we got this by itself. That's a little sketch. So if you work at Amazon, so we've got our collagen protein cookies. It's gonna light me up, guys. All right, let's see what's in here. Holy smokes. Did not mean to order a 2-pack. All right, we got our snickerdoodle and then the mini keto cookies. I don't know what this is. Yo, Transparent Labs, I love ya. Thank you so much. But got some new stim-free. Got some creatine, and then some protein. Could not have come at a better time. So I'm gonna take these on the road with me, but if you guys are interested in seeing a review on some of these Transparent Labs products, comment down below Transparent Labs, and I'll get one out to you guys. But you guys know the deal. Code Jason for 10% off Transparent Labs. Save some dollar bills, 10% off. Definitely sitting a little bit flat, guys, but this is first thing in the morning. Went straight to the bathroom and then weighed myself, and sitting at 153. Now my 7-day running average is at about 152.4, 152.5-ish, but I'm gonna go ahead and pack up the rest of the car, and then we should be out the door in just a few minutes. But I don't know about you guys, I'm ready for some protein cookies. Let's go. First cookie. All right, so we got the Keto Cookie, 3 grams of net carbs, coconut flavor. It's always island time, guys. That's what we're dealing with. Not half bad. You get a slight hint of coconut. It's like a little bit of cinnamon. I can already tell, guys, this is gonna be like a cheat day. I actually think this is a pretty solid one to start the day. So good. All right, let's get the trip going. Cinnamon Nitro! swear guys, getting out of Texas is like leaving a whole nother planet and just absolutely takes forever. But here we are in Louisiana. It's absolutely beautiful out, you can see. We've got some nice rain joining us on this fine, glorious day. But we're diving into another protein cookie. I feel like that wasn't very dramatic enough.
We're diving into another Lenny and Larry's chocolate chip protein cookie.
I feel like that was better. But for those of you who don't know the history of Lenny and Larry's, it's actually quite interesting. So Benny and Barry, the actual creators of the complete chocolate chip protein cookie, actually created this. So they first started off with the protein muffin, which they eventually got into Whole Foods, and this was back in like 1994. And then Benny actually decided to pick up and head out and kind of focus on his own stuff, and Barry decided to, you know what, he got a little bit of FOMO because he originally decided to leave and then came back to Lenny and Larry's and recreate a better version of the complete cookie that we've got today, which is pretty amazing to see. And it's really interesting to see because there's so many companies out there where founders will create a business and get it to the point where it picks up and then decide they want to, pursue another passion. And in this case, Barry decided to come back, picked up the protein cookie, and for me, I don't know, I absolutely love this. Like, this is an absolute staple for me when I think about protein cookies. But now as I think about it, guys, Lenny and Larry's Complete Cookie didn't really start taking off until like 2013, 2014. And even during that time, there were a ton of other protein cookies that were coming about. And when I think about when Benny and Barry had originally started this brand and this company, they really started with a mission that they wanted to diversify their foods of where they got the proteins from. They originally started off with protein muffins and then went to cookies, and then also they've got protein brownies. So pretty cool to think about, because now we're still in that same era of coming up with creative sources of getting our protein. But let's go ahead and dive into this. Chocolate chip for the win, super classic. You gotta love it. So good. All right, recipe time, guys. Okay, so what we've got here, let's take this out real quick. We've got our homemade protein cookie. Yes, all the festiveness in the world packed into this one glorious cookie. Super simple. Flour, a little bit of coconut flour, some whey and casein protein, just a little bit of sugar. Just really gonna mix up the dry ingredients real quick, then throw in the wet ingredients. Nothing too fancy, but this is what you're gonna get. Throw into the oven, 350 in about 20 minutes. Now, here's the thing, guys. I prefer wetter cookies and turn out a little more cakey. The texture and consistency just absolutely is delicious. Now, for those of you who love cookie dough, and this is something that I just found out while making this, and you can mix this all together and literally just chomp down on it, and it turns out to be a pretty solid cookie dough. More of like, I'd say probably like a sugar cookie dough, but try it out. This is what you get after about 20 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now I filled this with some sugar-free chocolate chips. Not too bad. Take a look at that cookie. That's looking mighty tender. And mind you, there is only a fraction of butter, and a lot of this is Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt. Let's go ahead and dive in to a taste test. I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to try this out. So, damn. I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. This is pretty freaking delicious, in my opinion, but that doesn't count. So I want you guys to try this and let me know. Cheers.
with cinnamon powder and a grande coffee caramel.
Yep.
It's gonna be 808 for you. Thank you.
Yes, nitro. I've never had a Quest protein cookie, so this is pretty cool. It's like half the size of a Lenny and Larry's cookie. Peasant status. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Not too shabby. Oh, this kind of actually smells like a peanut butter cup. Ooh, that's not bad. Strangely enough, it kind of actually tastes like a Quest protein bar. I don't know if I like these, guys. If you've tried a Quest protein cookie, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. This definitely tastes like just a Quest protein bar, but in a cookie form. So for a lot of my travels, I'll usually limit my protein snacks to maybe 1 or 2. And a lot of that times is because I'm focusing heavily on getting whole foods. And especially when it comes to fiber, I heavily focus on getting that from whole foods. Because anytime you got protein snacks that are just packed with fiber and sugars, you're gonna feel it. And I can tell you right now, I think I've had 5 or 6 protein snacks or protein cookies throughout the day. And this car that I'm in right now has definitely become a mobile Dutch oven. But I asked you guys on Instagram to pick peanut butter or tasty lemon. And looks like for most of you guys, peanut butter is the choice. So we're gonna forget that. I'm gonna actually eat this. We're gonna go with peanut butter. So let's dive into this. This is made of collagen. This is packed with 4 grams of protein. Let's go ahead and check out what this thing has to offer. Ooh, we got 2 cookies. Here's what this is looking like. Not too bad. Cheers, boys. This cookie's definitely not half bad. It's a lot thicker and drier in comparison to the Lenny and Larry's and the Quest protein cookie. But in terms of overall taste, this is pretty solid. There's definitely an interesting texture component, but overall taste, I'd probably give this a good 7.5 out of 10. For those of you who are wondering how much fiber intake I normally get on a daily basis, I shoot for anywhere around 20 to 25, and that will definitely keep me regular. And that's only focusing on whole foods. There's definitely an aftertaste, and I can't quite put my finger on it. If you guys have had collagen as a powdered supplement, you probably can pick up on it, but it definitely has a little bit of an aftertaste. We'll see if I actually get a glow from it. But let's go ahead and dive into fat snacks. Super light cookie. I mean, you can tell right off the bat. But this is a keto cookie. Ooh. That smells real lemony. Oh my goodness. Looking paper thin. That smells real good. That's tough. Ooh. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. It tastes like extremely artificial lemon flavor, and texture is very much like a shredded coconut that's just been put into a cookie form. But overall artificial flavor, not the best. Ooh. This is hard to take down. No bueno. Done. Let's move on. You see that? It's like lopsided. It's like all the cookies went here. All right, I had to find some decent lighting in this hotel, but I will say that the amount of intestinal warfare that I've had going on and the amount of bloating in this region has just been absolutely ridiculous. Now, within the last hour or so, I have been in the bathroom and I've literally been turning on the faucet with my ass, if you get my drift. But this is gonna be the last cookie of the day. And trust me when I say this, that I definitely anticipated taking in a lot more cookies. However, I think my ass has torn me a new one, considering how much artificial stuff I've taken in. All right, here we go. Munk Pack Snickerdoodle Protein Cookie. Now, those of you who have not tried the Munk Packs, these are very similar to the Lenny and Larry's, being plant-based. Now, I haven't actually tried this, so this should be very interesting. Got 160 calories total for half a cookie, but let's take a look at what we're dealing with. Ooh, all right, take a look at that gorgeous Snickerdoodle cookie. It's got nice little dusting of cinnamon and sugar on top, but I'd say the consistency is pretty on par with the Lenny and Larry's, maybe a little bit softer. I'd say it's a little bit more dense than the Lenny and Larry's. All right, cheers, boys. Not bad. It's a little chalky, but I think it's very comparable to the Lenny and Larry's Snickerdoodle cookie. I don't know, guys. This is a pretty solid cookie. So out of the Lenny and Larry's collection of protein cookies, I gotta say that the Snickerdoodle is one of my favorites, and this is definitely on par with that. And I'm almost leaning towards the Munk Pack protein cookies. I think that they're also slightly under calories, but from a taste standpoint, this is pretty solid. Now, honestly, guys, I don't know if I can take another bite of this. Just the smell and the thought of taking in the rest of this cookie is just making me want to throw up. But let's finish this. Well, guys, that closes out the last cookie and this video, but overall today I'd probably guesstimate roughly I took in about 45 grams of fiber with an extra side of gas. But with that being said, fiber plays a huge part in our diet, and for me 20 to 25 grams is that even keel and keeps me regular throughout the day. Now, for those of you who are wondering, 30 to 35 grams is what the recommended dosage is, and that kind of breaks down to 15 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories. Now, if you're not taking in that much, definitely recommend you guys to ease into it, because otherwise you're gonna have some major intestinal warfare. Now, for me, whenever I travel, protein snacks like these are great supplements to your regular diet, right? So really focus and prioritize on having wholesome foods and where you get your protein sources. I've noticed that for me throughout the day, I've been extremely bloated and held a lot of water in, as you saw in the video. Now, with that being said, there are times where you definitely will need to munch on one of these. And for me, I think 1 to 2 is a pretty good amount to take in, but otherwise anything over that, you're definitely gonna have way more fiber than you actually need. And it's also just a ton of artificial sugars that you just are cramming into your diet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, but otherwise I will see you in the next video. Peace.